Let's be honest, it's most men, good men, have been conditioned to believe that if they want a woman's attention, they have to chase. Text first, call first. Keep conversation alive or risk closing her. But what happens when you do opposite? What happens when you pull back? When you stop texting? When you suddenly go quiet and leave her wondering where you went? That's when a woman's real nature surfaces. And it's not what most men expect, because harsh truth no one tells you. Most harsh truth men think. Silence means defeat. They assume if they stop talking to a woman, she'll just move on, forget and replace them. But that's not how male psychology works, not even close. The you goes silent, her mind spirals. Shadowsent, forget you. She starts signalizing you, questioning, wondering, replaying your last interaction in her head like a movie. She can't pause. And here's the key. Those reactions, they reveal everything about her true feelings. Her real level of interest and whether she actually values you or just the attention you gave her. This is the game changer, because most men think that staying in touch is what builds attraction. They think consistency means connection, but in reality, she doesn't just miss you to stance. Builds desire, mystery, builds value. And silence that builds curiosity. It's the kind that pulls you in deeper. You want to know what they panned, Shunya. Stop talking to her. She doesn't just miss you. She starts to feel you in ways she didn't before. She starts to wonder about you, to doubt her position, to even start chasing Yali subtly, sometimes without even realizing, and that's exactly what we're about to break down. In this video, I'm going to reveal the exact behaviors women display when you go silent. Whether she's an ex, a girl you've been casually dating, or someone you showed interest but started pulling away, her response to your absence exposes everything. And once you understand this, you'll never again feel confused about where you stand. With a woman, whose attraction isn't built through chasing. It's built through emotional contrast, through self-control, through understanding her internal emotional patterns. And refusing to play her game. Master this, and he will become the man who commands. Attention, even in silence. You'll never wonder what went wrong again. She starts watching you closely. Sign number 1, she starts watching you closely. It's the very first thing Thatham use. The moment you stop talking to a woman is this. She starts somewhat stalking you. Now you might be thinking, no way, she's moved on. She doesn't care anymore? But that's the illusion. Because while she may look calm on the surface, women are naturally observant inside. Her curiosity is on fire. Women are naturally observant. But when a man vows to give her attention, suddenly goes silent, her emotional radar spikes. Her subconscious whispers something's off. Why did he pull away? What is he doing now? And why doesn't he care? Even if she doesn't text you, even if she looks like she's unbothered, make no mistake, she's paying attention. Not, she checks your social media just a little. She's watching everything you do. It's the first place she checks your social media. She becomes one of the first to view your stories. She reads every new caption, even the vague ones. She zooms in on group photo string to figure out who that girl is standing next to you. She doesn't comment, shadow like anything, but she's there quietly watching. She's trying to deck a dare silence. What changed? Is he over me? Is he with someone else? And Thassa questions. They create something even more powerful than interest. Emotional tension and emotional tension. That's the birthplace of attraction. But this doesn't stop online. If you're part of the same social circle, or if she knows your daily habits, you'll start noticing subtle shifts in the real world too. She might glance at you more often, pretend not to notice you when you walk in, but you catch her sneaking a look when she thinks you're not watching. She might even show up in places where she knows you'll be. Coincidence? You go silent. No, it's curiosity mixed with strategic presence. Let's say you used to text her every morning. You check in throughout the day. You were invested, but then you go. At first, she acts like doesn't bother her. She might even post something that screams, "I'm too busy to care." But after a few days, she starts watching. She sees you post a photo with friends, a gym pic where you look more focused than ever, a quote about moving fur and leveling up. And suddenly, she's not okay anymore. She's wondering isn't he talking to me? What changed? Has he moved on? Or is Hejostan? Then out of nowhere, she brings it up. Not directly. That would reveal too much. Instead, she says something like, "So you've been busy lately." Casual, right? But don't miss what's happening underneath. That's not just small talk. That's her trying to get area on you to gauge whether you've lost interest or if she's just losing control. Because when a woman can't tell where she stands, she starts doing something powerful. She starts thinking about you emotionally. And when she starts thinking, she starts feeling. That's wiping back is so powerful. Doesn't push her away, pulls her in. Because no, you're the question in her mind. Not the guy chasing her, but the mon she can't figure out. And that Amelia, us, where the psychological shifts. She tests you with a random text begins. 2, she tests you with a random text. When you stop talking to a woman, she won't always react immediately. In fact, she may pretend like nothing's wrong. She might act like she didn't even notice, smiling, posting, living her best life. But as the silence drags in, something begins to shift. Euretha's text is a test silence starts talking to her. That emotional tension wetticked about. Now it's building inside her. And when it gets to a certain point, she breaks, but not in an obvious way. No tears, no dramatic confession. Instead, she sends a random text. Now, this message, it won't be deep. It won't be emotional. It won't even make much sense. Might be, "Hey, what's up?" Or just a meme or a completely irrelevant question. Like, "Do you still go to that place you mentioned?" It seems casual, harmless. But don't be fooled. This text is a test. She's checking your availability, trying to confirm, are you still there? Do I still have access to our attention? Can I still pull you in without having to show my own cards? Cougères. What most men don't realize? Women hate emotionality in your silent size. Created exactly that, she doesn't know where. She stands now and it's driving her crazy. So she reaches out not because she's ready to admit anything, but because she needs data. She needs talk now. Are you still an option? Okay, meet on. Reply immediately. Get excited, drop a very thing, and engage like nothing happened. Then congratulations, you just failed the test. You've a shorter thought. She still has sigh. That no matter how much time passes, no matter how she acts, you'll be right there waiting. In the moment she confirms that, she pulls back again because now she feels in control. But right move. It's what most men don't take the nerve to do. You remain different, men indifferent. You don't feed the need. I'll keep it loafer, neutral. And cold. Something like, "What's up?" All good busy happy hour. Well, no emojis, no energy, no validation, because now you've done something powerful. You flipped the dynamic. She expected you to melt tachisto act relieved that she reached out, but instead, you're calm, you're reattached, you're unshaken, and that makes her feel something she didn't expect. The fear of losing you. Let's say you used to text her every day. You were always available. Then one day after fear of losing you stop. Days go by, maybe even a week. Then out off no hair she sends, "Hey stranger." Casual on the surface, but deep down she's hoping you'll take the bait. She wants to see if she still affects you. She can still control the rhythm of communication, but her rest trap. Most men see this as a green light. They think she texted me. That means she wants me back. But often it's not desire, it's control. She just wants talk know that she can still reach ya with, offering anything real in reader. So if you rush in, if you validate her again, If you go back talk-tosing, she knows she can still plays game and win. But if you don't, if you stand your Ds, like, we stand your ground and respond with quiet strength. Then something happens. She starts feeling like she has to earn you, that your attention is not cheap, that your presence is not guaranteed, and that is when you become valuable in her eyes. Because now she's not reaching out to test. She's reaching out because Isha's drawn to you. That random little text, it wasn't random at all. It was a window into her internal struggle. And how you respond determines whether you stay in the game or get played again. 3. Spaz. To get your attention. Let's talk about social media. The modern battlefield of subtle manipulation bonds is silence. It creates security. And when a woman feels like she's no longer the center of your attention, she doesn't always reach out directly. Instead, she starts broadcasting. She turns her Instagram, TikTok, or a Snapchat into a careful folliculated Tedmas. Not to the world, but Toyo. Without saying a word, she's trying to say everything. Suddenly, her posts become more frequent, more calculated. You'll notice it starts with a stingsel fi. Perfectly lit, perfectly posed, and posted right when she knows you'll be online. Then comes the cryptic quote. She starts broadcasting, don't chase what's meant to be will find its way. Or something, like sometimes silence is the loudest answer. You know, it's vague, but it hits because part of you feels like it's directed at you. Honestly, it probably is. Enthusiasm. They don't ask why she left. They don't demand clarity. They don't protect their peace. And just like that, they give away all the power they earned by walking away. Oh, but here's the bitter truth. She's not back because she values Sue. She's back because she doesn't want to lose the comfort of knowing you're still there. There's a difference. A woman genuinely wants you. She'll come back with words like, I've been thinking about what went wrong. I miss you and I didn't want to play games anymore. Can we talk? Really talk. Buddha woman Hohen's control. She'll come back when needs convenient with no effort, no vulnerability, just a presence to see full react. Let's say she messages Zoo after weeks. A man who values himself doesn't reward inconsistency, obsolence. She doesn't acknowledge what they panned. She doesn't mention the emotional distance. She just sends a flirty reel or a hey stranger message. Now if you fall into that trap, Shenos, I can come and go as I please. He's still waiting for me. I'm still in control, and you've just undone everything your silence accomplished. So, what's the move? You break the pattern. She sends a weak message. Ignore it. She acts like nothing happened. Don't entertain it. She tries to reopen the door. Make her knock with intention. You don't know access to a man who walked away. And if she truly wants to come back, she needs to show it. Not through a text, not through a fire emoji, but through real energy, real change, and real respect. Bacosian, who values himself, doesn't reward inconsistency. He doesn't respond to half-hearted efforts with full-hearted investment. Doesn't fall for weak attempts at tree connection. He doesn't let someone walk in and out of his emotional space. Will. He knows his worth and he makes keys here. Feel that worth not through words but through standards. If she's not coming back with depth, effort, and vulnerability, she's not coming back for you. Hers, she's coming back for control. She moves on or tries toned. That's a dir you should never reopen. 7. She moves on or tries to. At some point, the silence becomes too loud. She gets tired of waiting, tired of wandering, tired of not being able to control the narrative. So what does she do? She stops testing, stops posting for your attention, stops checking if you're still watching, and she tries to move in. But the key word here tries because most of the time she's not really moving. She's just running. Running from the void your absence created. Running from the fact that her usual tactics didn't work. Running from the uncomfortable realization that maybe she messed up. This is when her actions become loud. It's too loud. She might suddenly post a photo with someone, new a caption that screams, "I'm unbothered." She might start talking about how she's never been happier, even though just a week ago she was silent, conflicted. Peeking at your stories at 2 a.m., people who have truly moved on don't fave to prove she was silent, conflict-aided. They just do it. But when a woman feels the emotional weight of being ignored, when she realizes she can't affect you anymore, she has two options. 1, come back with sincerity. 2, or fake a new beginning. Most choose it second. She distract herself. She'll jump into a new relationship. She'll start talking to someone. Any onwo can validate her again. But that's not feeling. That's replacement. She's not connecting. She's coping. It's not moving on. It's emotional survival. Because here's the truth. No one wants totemont. Women can rebound fast, but they often process emotions later. She might look strong now, but that's just honeymoon phase of avoidance. Eventually, the emotional dust settles, and that's when reality hits. She starts asking herself, did I rely on why? Am I still thinking about them? Why didn't he come back? And thoughts questions create a new storm in her mind. Because when she finally realizes that you never chased, that you didn't fight for her, that you remain strong in your silence, it triggers something powerful, regret. And that's when Herrick starts to fall apart. The new guy, she compares him to you. As she compares him to your fake joy, it feels hollow. The validation. It doesn't hit the same back. 'Cause deep down she knows she lost control of the one man who couldn't be played. Now, here's where most men ruin everything. They see her pretending to move on and they react. They panic. They reach out. They ask questions. They chase. And the moment they do, she wins again. Because even if she wasn't over you, now she knows. She still has emotional power. And that flips the script. But if you hold steady, if you stay grounded, if you do nothing, she has to sit in the silence alone. She'll have to feel it, question it, wrestle with it. And if she ever comes back, it won't be to test you. It won't be to play games. It'll be because she finally realized the value she lost. And if she ever comes back, then she was never truly meant for you in the first place. Because here's the ultimate truth. A woman who can leave easily was never fully yours. But a woman who is pretending to be okay eventually breaks when she sees you remain unshaken. And in the end, the Monroe stayed calm, centered, and in control wins. Final words, the Stoic path to power. To round things up, woman of her truly final words moves on until she finds someone who makes her feel something deeper than what you gave her. And guess what? Traily happens. Traily distract herself, pretend. She'll tell herself a new story, but deep down she remembers. She knows when she lost a man off value, a man who didn't bend to games, a man who didn't heed to beg. And that memory, it lingers longer than any Instagram post ever called. So remember, your silence is not weakness, it's power. If you lead a woman, dictate when you're worth her time, you've already lost. But Themont, you pulled back. You force her to confront herself. Either she steps up, chooses you with clarity, or she fades away, exposed for who she really is. Either way, you win. Hey, now I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced a woman coming back after you spot chasing? Or did she pretend to move on while secretly watching your every move? Drop your story in the comments. Let's build something real. This isn't just advice. This is strategy for life. Stay strong, stay focused, and always protect your power. Want to take a deeper dive in Athea's psychological dynamics? Join my Podia community, link in the description. It's backed with insights that will help you master your masculinity in today's dating world. Thanks for watching. I'm Amelia from Dark Psychology, and I'll see you in the next.